Hey fellow readers, Bookworm Reader here, and welcome back to today's video. So today's video is going to be July's monthly wrap-up. A lot of you are probably wondering, like, where's July's book haul? I didn't really get a lot of books this month, and if I did, a lot of them were on Google, or like were Google Play books, or yeah, in fact, majority of the books I got were Google Play books. So I'm not going to be doing a book haul this month just because I feel like I don't have like any physical books that I hauled this month. So for you guys who look forward to the videos, I'm really super sorry. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright guys, so like I said in the intro, today's video is going to be July's monthly wrap-up. Now, I'm actually really impressed with myself this month. I had 10 books on my TBR this month, and I completed, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, so I've completed like half of them, and I am actually working on a couple of them. I actually do need to like just go forward here. I'll be right back because I've got to go forward just a little bit in a book, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I was just kind of jumping forward a little bit in the book because I was listening to the audiobook earlier, and so kind of from a little further in the physical book than I originally had it. So, starting at the very beginning of our TBR, we have Unconditional by Holly J. Wood. I have barely made any progress in this book, unfortunately, and I wanted to get through this one, so maybe I could try and get some stability on August's TBR, but I really don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to put this book down for next month because I don't think I can fit it on to any, I mean, I can probably fit it into next month's TBR, but it'd be like completely like, I'll explain later. I'm on page 28, 29, around there. I really love this series. I'm really enjoying this series, but I've been trying to get through other books, and so yeah. Next on the list, we have Brissinger and Inheritance. I have not made any progress in these books at all this month. Brissinger is the one I'm on, and Inheritance is the next one in the Inheritance series. Sorry guys, a little bit on the tired end. I'm kind of like really sore too, but haven't made really any progress in Brissinger. I am like really close to DNFing the series again, and I was just like, I just want you to push through because Inheritance is so much better. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm gonna see if I can try and figure it out and get through it at some point, but like no progress in that one. Next is The Hunger Games. I did finish this book. I can't tell you what I gave it off the top of my head. I'd say, oh, let me look at my computer and I'll tell you, but my computer's dead, and my husband has the only cord for it right now, so at work, because he's using it to make lists at work. He's using his computer to make lists at work. Yeah. Did finish that one. That was a book that I was kind of giving a second chance. I had read the first book, and I think bits and parts, like a little. Oh yes, and at the very beginning of Catching Fire. Hold on guys, I need a sip of my Mountain Dew really fast. So yeah, finished that one though. I also did finish the next one on the list, which is Catching Fire by Susan Collins, which is the second book in the Hunger Games trilogy. Now it's a series because there's like a little like prequel book to it that I eventually want to get to. So yeah. That's the thing. So, and then, so I finished that one. Next, we have City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. You guys will know this has been on my TBR for the longest time, but I have started it. I am actually on page 20, 21, around there. I'm on that, like, on those 2 pages, so we're going to say 20, 21. I'm listening to the audiobook of this as well, so, like, when I'm, like, this is like the audiobook that I'm currently listening to at the moment. So yeah, but next month I am going to be listening to a bit of a different audiobook, and this will actually go back to being a physical book. Might listen to a little bit of audio, but we'll have to see. I'm really, I guess, I'm not super far into it, but like after like taking a break from the series, like I kind of like put the series down and wasn't reading it. I had it on my TBR for multiple months now. You guys who stuck around, you guys will know. I picked this up and I read part of it, and there's a character that dies in the previous book, and I was like, wait, that person's dead? Like, I don't remember that person dying until my husband, like, explains. He's like, oh yeah, this person dies because of this or whatever. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys who were on the book before this. So yeah, I do have a friend that is going through the city, or going through all of the Mortal Instrument books. I don't remember how they're going through it. I don't know if they're going, like, how they were released or the order, like, that sort of thing. But, if they are on this book next month, I do want to try and do a buddy read with them, but we'll have to see. Next on the list we have, oh perfect. Next we have on the list, we have Red Pyramid, which is the first book in the Bane Chronicles series, trilogy series, Bane Chronicles series. Or the Kane Chronicles, not Bane Chronicles, the Kane Chronicles. I have not started this. I had picked it up at one point and was going to start it at one point on a weekend that I was actually going to start it the weekend of Becca's Bookopoly-a-thon and try and finish it then, and like get through most of it then and start it, but the plans we had for that weekend fell through, and so I didn't get to it, and so I read a couple other books that were a little bit shorter. I also had surgery that week, so like, yeah, I got a lot of reading done. I actually got through, I think, 3 books. I got through like 3 or 4 books. I think it was 3. Yeah, I got through 3 books that, like, just in 2 days, and I was so proud of myself. Well, meanwhile, one of them I was already, like, almost completely finished with. The other one was super short, and the other one I had kind of started. Like, I'd read, like, the first couple. I think I'd read, like, the first chapter, but did not get to this one. I don't think it'll fit onto next month's TBR, but I'll have to see. I've got to go through next month's TBR, and, like, I've got to get some white out my TBR for next month and then redo it. I'm just going to write down all, like, books that I can use for all the prompts, and if I can't think of one, I'll just leave blank, and then I'll go from there. And, like, I know there's certain ones, like, that I have to complete, and I'll explain that in my TBR. But yeah, did not start this book. I do hope to eventually get to it, so yeah. We'll eventually get to it, I hope. Next one I can actually pull off my shelf, I think, if I can get to it. I don't think I can get to it. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to see if I can get to it really fast by, like, moving some stuff. Oh, I can. Okay. Next on the list is Eleanor and Park. You guys know this has been on my TBR for a couple months now. I finally finished it. I loved this book. Now I see what all the hype was about, and I cannot wait to read more by Rainbow Rowell. I really loved it. So yeah, I gave this a 5-star. Finally finished it. Glad it is finally, like, I'm able to say that I have read Eleanor and Park, because this book has been hyped for a while now, so I'm glad that I was able to finish it. And so this was one of the books. That was one of the books that I finished for Becca's Bookopoly. I used it for, I believe, the contemporary. Next is Fated to Die, which was on my Kindle. This was the book last month. So for you guys who watched July's TBR, you guys know that my husband chose my entire TBR, minus Eleanor and Park, or minus, like, 3 books. I let my daughter choose a book, and then my daughter and my husband chose my entire TBR for last month. So yeah, where is it? I know I finished it, like, oh my gosh, it's because my daughter's been playing with my, that's not what I wanted. No, home. My daughter's been playing with my Kindle, so she's, like, opened a bunch of books that I haven't even started yet. I'm hoping she hasn't, like, flipped through them and, like, ruined them. Okay, so we have Fated to Die, which is right here on my Kindle right here. That was the book that my daughter chose. Unconditional was a book that I had added because it was on last month's TBR and I wanted to get through it. I didn't actually get through this one. Eleanor Park was a book that I had transferred over because I was like, I can probably use this for Becca's Bookopoly-a-thon, which I could, so I was happy with that. And it was also a book I needed to finish. And then the last book, which I'll talk about in a minute, was not chosen by my daughter or my husband. But Fated to Die. Actually, I did get through 4 books. No, I only got through 3. Fated to Die was one of the other ones that I used for Becca's Bookobly-thon. I don't remember which prompt I used it for. I'd have to go look at my Twitter because for the first book I went ahead and chose and finished and read, and then for the other 3 prompts I did like a poll or whatever to see which one you guys want to do. Didn't actually get to the 4th one because the 4th one, the fourth prompt that I was going to read for was City of Fallen Angels, but I did not, actually get to it because I was, at that point, I was kind of starting to get better from the surgery, and, like, I was starting to recover, and I was able to do a lot more, so didn't really get the chance to, like, actually read that one a lot, but working on it. Fated to Die, I believe I gave it 5 stars. I really liked it. It is definitely a book I recommend. It is by Tara Gazelina. Gallina. It's like Gallina or something like that. Stars, love that book. And really glad that my daughter actually chose that one because I think I gave her an option between a couple of physical books that I wanted to read, and then between that one and I think the other one I gave her the option of was I don't remember what the other one was that I gave her option of. I don't remember, but I'm really glad she chose that one over the other Kindle book because I gave her, like, okay, when I did this, I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure I gave her a book that I was really excited to read and then a book that I wasn't so excited to read, so I'm kind of glad that she chose out of the ones that I was really excited to read and really enjoyed it. It did kind of, okay, I will say this, it did kind of drag at the beginning, and like it kind of seemed like the book was predictable, but like very beginning I was like, okay, this is definitely predictable. I can already tell you that this is what's going to happen. But as I got further into the book, I was like, okay, maybe that's not going to happen. Like I started to realize, okay, I'm jumping in conclusions here with this book that's not what's going to happen, and it like completely took a different like turn that I was expecting. And then last but certainly not least on the TBR is Ashlyn Ella's story. This was the 3rd book that I completed for Becca's Bookobly this month. And I finished it like super easily because it was only like 5 pages, because it's like just short little stories about Ever After High characters, the TV series and book series Ever After High, where it's like different princes and princesses, like different fairy tale different fairy tale characters' children. Ashlyn Ella's story is Ashlyn Ella is the daughter of Cinderella and Prince Charming, or is the daughter of Cinderella, and it like it kind of tells you like their story kind of like before they went to Ever After High. So it was 5 pages, kind of just explained her and all that, how she meets one of the characters. Sorry. Kind of meets one of their characters. She doesn't know it's actually another. Like, she doesn't know that it's another fairy tale character's son or daughter. I don't remember who it is she meets. But finished that one for that one. So that means I completed 5 books this month. I'm going to put it this way. I plan on getting through most of City of Fallen Angels by the end of this month, so that maybe I can like use it for my next month's prompt. Don't really think I'm going to be able to get to the Red Pyramid at all this month, so I'm just going to put it back. Oops. Put it back on my shelf. Like I said, I started Unconditional. I don't think I can fit this onto next month's TBR, but I'm definitely going to try. I know one readathon I'm participating in this month, and that is the Newts. readathon, or the magical readathon. It's the Newts in August, and so don't think that's gonna work. There's also the Reading Rush. I think that goes on in August, but I don't. This worked perfect for one of the prompts, but I don't think I'm going to be doing the Reading Rush. Bruce Singer, I'll probably listen to a little bit of it. Inheritance I probably won't get to because I won't be able to finish Bruce Singer, so yeah. So that is July's monthly wrap-up. I'm actually going to go sit. I'm probably going to, I got to get a few things cleaned up, so I'm probably going to listen to City of Catching or Fallen Angels. While I do that, while I get a few things cleaned up. Or I might sit and watch something on TV while cleaning, but let's see. If I do listen to a book, it will be City of Fallen Angels. So maybe I can actually get to the next one next month. So yeah. Until next time, readers, read on, readers.